Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 9 p.m. English News Edition brought to you live from RTD channel. Let's begin with the top stories of tonight. The Minister of Infrastructure Hassan Humed Ibrahim inspected the National Road number 9 in the northern regions. The FPU-3 Djibouti contingent hindered by a visit from the Chief of Staff of the National Gendarmerie, Colonel Zakaria Hassan Adan. And on the international scene, an uncertain ceasefire in the face of an unprecedented humanitarian disaster in Gaza. Those were the top stories, and welcome back in our newsroom. The Minister of Infrastructure and Equipment, Hassan Humed Ibrahim, visited yesterday the north of the country to inspect the construction site of the National Road number 9, a major 113 kilometers project. This road will help connect northern regions and strengthen national unity. The minister was joined by the prefect of Tadjoura, Mohammed Humed Abbas, the vice president of the regional council, Abdul Qadir Omar, and the Director of Studies at the Djiboutian Road Agency, Salah Ibrahim. Together, they visited different parts of the site, which is funded by the Saudi Fund for Development. One of the key features of the project is the construction of a 400-meter bridge at the entrance of Tadjoura, made of strong reinforced concrete. It will meet earthquake standards and support heavy traffic. Work on the bridge will begin in July 2025 and will last 1 year. The project also supports job creation. 197 workers are involved, including 179 Djiboutian. Many of them are receiving training in construction trades, helping to develop local skills. The project is divided into two sections. The first part, 16 kilometers long, is already underway. The second part, 97 kilometers, will follow. By the end of May 2025, 14% of the work will be complete. Over 179,000 cubic meters of earth have been moved. 10 water drainage structures have been finished, and construction equipment is operational. And taking the floor, the prefect of the Jura region, Mohammed Humed Abbas, highlighted the importance of the National Road number 9 project, emphasizing that this major 113 kilometers infrastructure will play a key role in connecting the northern region and strengthening national unity as well. He pointed out that the construction of the 400-meter bridge at the entrance to Tadjoura, made of reinforced concrete and will to meet earthquake standard. He also emphasized the social aspect of the project, noting that it will create jobs for nearly 200 workers, the majority of whom are Djiboutians. Taking the floor, the Minister of Infrastructure and Equipment, Hassan Humed Ibrahim, emphasized the strategic importance of the construction of the National Road number 9, a major 113-kilometer project aimed at strengthening connectivity between the northern region of the country and strengthening national unity. He recalled that this construction, a site funded by the Saudi Fund for Development, represents a crucial investment in the country's road infrastructure development. The Minister Ibrahim highlighted the progress made so far, with 14% of the work completed, and the significant mobilization of both material and human resources, including 197 workers, of whom 179 are Djiboutian. He also stressed the training aspect, noting that many workers are benefiting from skills development in construction trade. Finally, the minister underlined the importance of the 400 meters bridge at the entrance to Tajura, an infrastructure designed to withstand earthquake and support heavy trucks. And the minister reaffirmed his ministry's commitment to complete the project within the planned time frame. In Arta region now, the Ministry of Youth and Culture, in close collaboration with the prefecture and the Regional Council of Arta, officially launched a master class in traditional dances. This training program aims to pass on traditional dances to younger generation, helping to preserve the country's intangible cultural heritage. It is part of the ministry's strategy to strengthen young people's artistic skills while ensuring the continuity of cultural traditions. Over 60 young people from this region and where Damerjog, Leita and Karta will take part in the training. The goal is to promote traditional dance as a symbol of cultural identity and a tool for social cohesion. The launch ceremony was attended by Hassan Dabili Ahmed, prefect of the Arta region, El Mibuh, president of the regional council Idris Musa and Osman Buh, both technical advisor to the ministry, the director of regional affairs, the director of culture, and several local officials were present at this training session. The technical advisor to the Ministry of Culture and Youth emphasized the importance of this master class in traditional dances, noting that the initiative fully reflects the ministry's commitment to preserving and promoting intangible cultural heritage. He pointed out that the transmission of traditional dances goes beyond mere artistic learning. It serves as a vital link between generations, a symbol of cultural identity, and a tool for social cohesion. He stressed that the program, which brings together over 60 young people from Arta region and neighboring towns, aims to strengthen their skills while enabling them to embrace and carry forward this cultural expression that embody shared history and values. Taking the floor, the prefect of Arta region, Hassan Dabili Ahmed, did not fail to recall that the preservation of traditional dances is a fundamental pillar of intangible cultural heritage. He explained that such initiatives reinforce social bonds and enhance cultural identity, especially among younger generation. He also emphasized the importance of cooperation between the prefecture, the regional council, and the Ministry of Culture and Youth to ensure the success of this project. And now let's head to Tanzania, where the MP Mahmoud Mustafa Tahir is participating in the 40th African Internet Governance Forum held in Dar es Salaam from May 29th to 31st under the theme Strengthening Africa's Digital Future. During these 3 days, MP Mahmoud Mustafa Tahir, a founding member of the African Parliamentary Network on Internet Governance, will actively contribute to different discussion. Let's come back now to the country where awareness and prevention mission made by a delegation from the National Independent Commission for the Prevention and Fight Against Corruption paid an official visit today to the Inter-Army Forces Academy in Arta region. This visit is part of the National Anti-Corruption Strategy, which aims to promote integrity, honesty, and ethical values within public institutions, including defense sector. Warmly welcomed by the Academy's leadership, the CNIPLC delegation led an information and awareness session for the officer cadets. During the session, the representative emphasized the importance of fighting against all forms of corruption and highlighted the critical role that future military leaders play in fostering a culture of transparency and accountability. This initiative is designed to prepare a new generation of military leaders who are aware of their responsibilities and committed to building a public administration that is both ethical and effective. Similar outreach activities are planned in the coming weeks. And now, this inspection mission in the Central African Republic, a delegation led by a delegation of senior officers led by Colonel Zakaria Hassan Adel, Chief of Staff of the Djiboutian National Gendarmerie, carried out an inspection visit to the Djiboutian Forces Public Unit deployed in Ndele as part of the United Nations Multidimensional Integrated Stabilization Mission in the Central African Republic. On May 19 in Bangui, Colonel Zakaria Hassan Aden met with the General Counsel Amadou Fofana, a deputy chief of the police component of MINUSCA, who praised the dedication and outstanding performance of the Djiboutian contingent. The meeting concluded with a symbolic exchange of gifts, reflecting strong cooperation and mutual respect. And on the sidelines of this visit, Colonel Zakaria Hassan Adel held talks and discussion with several MINUSCA officials, including the Deputy Special Representative of the UN Secretary General and the Director of Mission Support. Talks focus on the Djiboutian formed police unit's achievement, outstanding infrastructure, work at the camp, and funding from previous contingent on equipment inspections. On May 20 at 11 a.m., the Chief of Staff landed in Ndele on a UN charter, and upon his arrival, he was warmly welcomed on the tarmac by the local UN office chief, the UN Pole Station commander, the GFPU officers, and MINUSCA representative. An honor guard was assembled in his honor. At the camp, Colonel Zakaria met with various units of the contingent, including officers, medical staff, and logistic staff as well. A dedicated session was also held with the 20 women serving in the unit. These exchanges allowed the personnel to share their experience, responsibilities, and concerns. The Chief of Staff of the National Gendarmerie, Colonel Zakaria Hassan Aden, offered personnel's advice and reiterated his unwavering support for their essential mission. And during the visit, the delegation led by the Chief of Staff of the National Gendarmerie, Colonel Zakaria, conducted a detailed inspection of the unit's key equipment, including lights, vehicles, troop transport trucks, armored vehicles, buses, power generators, and individual gear. The camp's infrastructure was also assessed with attention given to the dormitories, a dining hall, and medical clinic. The clinic received high praise from MINUSCA staff in Ndele for its quality and efficiency. Service chief presented their operational needs and logistical requests, which were carefully noted in line with the chief of staff's instructions. This assessment aimed to further improve the living and working conditions of the staff deployed in the field. On Wednesday, on May 21st, a formal military ceremony was held on the parade ground. The event began with the playing of the national anthems of the Central African Republic, the United Nations, and the Republic of Djibouti. The Chief of Staff of the National Gendarmerie then delivered a solemn address. In his speech, he did not fail to praise the Djiboutian soldiers for their outstanding commitment, describing them as ambassadors of peace and guardians of the United Nations core values. He also conveyed the congratulations and full support of the President of the Republic, Commander-in-Chief of the Army Forces, as well as the encouragement of the Minister of Defense of the Republic of Djibouti. He paid special tribute to the female soldier in the unit, highlighting their bravery, dedication, and indispensable contribution to the mission. In his address, the Commander Squadron leader of the APU-3 expressed his deep honor and strong sense of responsibility in addressing the participants during the ceremony and inspection visit. He emphasized that the presence of the Chief of Staff in Ndele was a powerful sign of recognition and confidence for the units. And according to him, this visit reminded everyone that despite being far from their homelands, the member of the APU-3 uphold the colors of Djibouti and the values of the National Armed Forces. The commander stated his pride in the professionalism, discipline, and courage demonstrated daily by the men and women of the APU-3 who carry out their missions with determination despite sometimes difficult conditions. He noted that the recent inspection allowed for a thorough review of the unit's capabilities, organization, and areas needing improvement. He assured that the observations made were taken seriously and that the unit is committed to continuing its effort to maintain the expected high standard of excellence. He particularly praised the female soldiers of the FPU-3, highlighting that they are a source of pride for the unit through their bravery, dedication, and exemplary conduct, showing that the defense of peace is a shared mission. The commander also thanked MINUSCA for its constant support and daily cooperation, underlining that their joint effort aims to ensure stability. And in his address, the Chief of Staff of the Djiboutian National Gendarmerie, Colonel Zakaria Hassan Aden, began by expressing his satisfaction with the commitment and outstanding performance of the gendarmerie contingent deployed in Ndele. He emphasized that their exemplary work makes them true ambassadors of peace and stability in the Central African Republic. The Colonel Zakaria, he recall that this mission is part of the national strategy to fight against corruption and promote values of integrity, ethics, and responsibility, essential values for the proper functioning of public institutions, especially within the defense sector. The Chief of Staff did not fail to congratulate all staff for their courage, dedication, and selflessness, placing special emphasis on the female soldier of the contingent, whom he praised for their exemplary commitment. Colonel Zakaria conveyed the congratulations and support of the President of the Republic, Commander-in-Chief of the Army Forces, as well as the encouragement of the Minister of Defense, stressing the importance of maintaining a high level of excellence in fulfilling their duties. He also noted that he had given particular attention to the needs expressed by the various components of the contingent, assuring that these requests will be addressed according to the received directives. And finally, he reminded all military personnel of their fundamental role as ambassador of United Nations values, urging them to continue demonstrating discipline, integrity, and esprit de corps to ensure the mission success and the safety of the local populations. And in the evening, a convivial gathering was held around a dinner hosted by the FPU commander in honor of the delegation. The reception brought together several local and international authorities, including the governor of the region, the prefect, the mayor sultan, as well as the commanders of the Tunisian, Pakistani, and Central African units, along with local defense and security forces leaders as well. This gathering provided an opportunity to strengthen cooperation ties and discuss key mission challenges, traditional folk performances, and living the evening offered guests a glimpse of the region's rich cultural heritage and creating a warm, festive atmosphere. Friendly exchanges and moments of sharing reinforced the spirit of camaraderie among the various delegations present. The ceremony concluded with a memorable group photo and exchange of symbolic gifts, reflecting mutual respect and the strong partnership between the forces involved in this country. In Djibouti now, where a heat wave has begun since yesterday, the National Meteorology Agency recorded temperatures close to 47 degrees Celsius around 2 p.m. yesterday in the capital, and today, Friday, it is still very hot, reaching 43 degrees Celsius at 2 p.m. The heat arrived earlier than usual. It was already very hot in the morning and stayed that way all day. In the late afternoon, the temperature dropped a little, but still felt hot. The agency asked everyone to be careful, especially old people, children, and weak persons. It is important to drink plenty of water, even if you don't feel thirsty. Avoid going out and and doing hot work during the hottest hours. Protect yourself from the sun. And now, the regions of Al Sabih hosted yesterday the opening of a new Salam Bank branch. The building is modern and brand new, located in the heart of this region. The ceremony brought together several important guests, including the prefect of Al Sabih region, Abdul Malik Mohammed Banoita, the president of the regional council and member of parliament, Ilmi Mahabi Wa'ais, member of parliament, Hassan Umar Absiye, the chairman of Salam Bank's board, Ali Abdullah, and a representative from the Central Bank of Djibouti, Abu Bakr Abati. Police, gendarmerie, and military leaders were also present, along with many local citizens. In their respective speeches, they explained that this new branch is very important to help people access banking services and support local economic development. Mr. Ali Abdullah Haitam said the new branch shows the Salam Bank's commitment to be closer to the people and support the regional economy. Since 2016, Salam Bank has been active in Al Sabih, helping small businesses, traders, and young people finance their project and keep their money safe. This new branch will open service quality with modern facilities, skilled staff, and financial services suited to customers' needs. The ceremony ended with a ribbon cutting, a group photo of all guests, followed by a guided tour of the new offices to discover the modern equipment and services offered. And taking the floor, the prefect of Al Sabih region, Abdul Malik Mohammed Banoita, expressed his great satisfaction on the occasion of the opening of the new Salam Bank branch. He emphasized that this inauguration marks an important step for the region as it improves access to financial services for the local population. He highlighted the importance for businesses, traders, and young people to have solid banking support to develop their project. According to him, this modern and well-equipped branch will greatly facilitate this process. He also thanked Salam Bank for its commitment to the region and expressed hope that this new presence will promote economic development and the well-being of the residents. So finally, the prefect of the region, Mr. Banoita, encouraged all stakeholders to work together to build a prosperous future of Al Sabih region. Let's stay in Al Sabih, where a mobile medical team led by the Director General of the Al Sabih Regional Hospital, Mohammed Miguel, visited the rural areas called Mount Ari and Sufi, located less than 10 kilometers from this region. The local people were eagerly awaiting the arrival of this team made up of general practitioners and nurses, pediatricians, midwives, and nutrition technicians. They mainly provided consultation for adults, children, with taking care of the children, screening for acute malnutrition in children. 5 was also carried out to fight malaria. Insecticide-treated mosquito nets were distributed to pregnant women and vulnerable families. The team also raised awareness about the dangers of female genital mutilation, harmful practices for girls' health. The hospital's malnutrition specialist, Hassan Abdurrahman, stressed the importance of good nutrition to prevent weakness in children and make them less vulnerable to disease. And now, moving on to the world news, as I said at the top series, uncertain ceasefire amid an unprecedented humanitarian crisis in Gaza. As of late May 2025, the situation in Gaza remains dire. Israeli airstrikes continue to inflict heavy civilian casualties. On May 26, an attack killed at least 54 Palestinians, including over 35 in a strike on Fahmi School in Gaza City. On May 27, a humanitarian aid distribution in Rafah turned deadly when Israeli forces attacked thousands of Palestinians, resulting in at least 10 deaths. On May 29, new ceasefire proposals were presented involving the release of 10 live hostages. The humanitarian situation worsens, with severe food shortages pushing 2.3 million Palestinians toward famine conditions. And now in Niger, where torrential rains cause catastrophic flooding. Torrential rains have caused catastrophic flooding in Niger, particularly affecting the Maradi region. The heavy downpours have led to widespread displacement, destruction of homes, and significant loss of life. Local authorities are struggling to provide assistance to the affected population, and the situation remains dire. In Canada now, where wildfires threaten cities, prompting urgent evacuation. Massive wildfires have erupted across Canada's prairie provinces, burning approximately 200,000 hectares in Manitoba, the largest places. The Perth River and border fires remain uncontained. These fires have prompted mass evacuation of over 70,000 people with entire communities. States of emergency have been declared in both cities. The intensity of this fire, marked by a rare clouds, is being linked to climate change. Smoke from the fire is spreading into the United States, triggering air quality alerts from Minnesota to Washington, D.C. So that's it for tonight news. Thanks for being with